Welcome everybody, Bruce Jones here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to market your book or product. So welcome to today's show. This is show number 3, 1, 2, 3, that we've been working on, and we started 2 videos ago, working on taking this book, taking a section of this book, and we turned it into its own product. So we turned it into the tips and resources, self-publishing secrets, tips and resources. So I showed you how I took those pages out and did that. And then in the last video, I went and we put it up on Gumroad.com so we can sell it. So we created a PDF book. Yesterday we went and we're going to sell it. Already had a sale. Thank you very much. Hope to get more. And in today's video, I'm going to walk you through marketing this book. So these are the things that I do. I'm going to hear a little bit about my philosophy on marketing online and some of the tools I use and the ways I go about it. So hopefully that's going to be cool and we can kind of go from there. So that's the plan for today. And we'll see if that's over there. Okay. So just a little bit about the philosophy that I operate under. And one of the key things that people want to do, where you want to be when you're marketing your book, is that you want to figure out where your customers are, and then you want to be where they are. So if your customers are YouTubers, then YouTube is where you're going to do your marketing. If they're bloggers, you're going to be on blogs. If they're Facebook people, you're going to be on Facebook. You want to, they may be in several different places. And oh, there we go. Nabi's here. Nabi's always here. So fantastic. He's in the house. Great, great. We have our Australia contingent here. So you want to be where your customers are. I like to be in lots of different places. I have customers in different places. But when you're initially starting out, you kind of figure out where do the people go that I'm hanging out. And you want to kind of be in those places. You want to get in front of your customers. So what I tend to do, and most of the things, I think everything that's on my list, here's my list, that I'm going to show you today. We're going to do some demos. I'm going to show you the things. I'm going to do some demos. Are free, basically free or near free, or can be free. They don't have to be, you don't necessarily have to pay for them. A lot of this is just energy to sort of expose your stuff out to the world. So let me just change. I'm just going to change this here, hide that. And I want to get a different screen up. Let's get rid of this, put this away. All right, and we're going to get, let's do this so I can show you what I'm talking about. Entire screen. All right. So let's move. That looks a little busy. So let's move this other way. So my philosophy, these are two, this is sort of shows the philosophy that I sort of work under. And this is, I call this my wagon wheel marketing point. So I do 2 things. I try to use social media, websites, blogs, and things to bring people into a central place. So you can see from this chart that I use all these different services in different ways. So I'll put parts of my book, the book itself, or videos about the book, or posts about the book on Pinterest, YouTube, social media, Instagram and Twitter. And everything has a clear link that brings you back to a central website. I use Google a lot to do things, and you'll see, I'm going to show you an example of how I've used Google with graphics from one of my books, and that brings people in. The power of Google is very powerful, and it's free. You don't have to do anything with it. Facebook, we're all familiar with Facebook, and you can do groups and pages to sort of build communities, and I'm going to talk about that in a moment. You can set up email lists. Using book, you can use your book as a giveaway to get an email list, build an email connection with somebody, and then do that. And all these points come in, and then they send the person to Amazon to purchase your book. Now I can go to wherever it is you're going to be purchasing your book. Yesterday we set up a Gumroad site, so I might send everybody to the Gumroad site. Wherever it is they can buy the book. You want to make it super easy, but you use the power of all of these tools and all of these sites to bring people into one central place and then move them along. Some of these, I'll label them as sort of temporary, and some of them are almost permanent. So things that you do on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram are extremely short-lived, especially the Twitter and the Instagram. things you do on Pinterest and YouTube stay out there for years. I have videos on YouTube that have been there for 10 years, and they still market my stuff. So you can get a lot of mileage out of a video just because it doesn't seem like it's getting a lot of traffic. It sits out there forever and ever. Email lists can be very powerful. Google is very powerful. The other way that I do it, so that's one way. So I bring everybody to a website and then send them over to Amazon. And the other one is I point all of these sites to Amazon. I do probably a combination of both. I do different things in different places. So here, if I'm marketing this book, I'll also go and send people, I'll go to Pinterest and do posts and YouTube posts and make the links come right to the Amazon page. So this sort of almost happens by default, but if you notice, even on your Amazon page, there are little social media icons. You can continually post. Maybe I'll show that in a minute, where you can just continually post off of your Amazon's book page and build a social media following doing that. But this is just a different model. It's basically the same idea of using all these free platforms. Aweber and MailChimp have a little cost, but Facebook and Google and all these other ones are all free. So you just sort of build these little points, like little signs out in the world, and then drive people back into a central place. What you're doing in all this, let's come back to here. What you're doing in a lot of this is you are what's called building your platform. And that's a super important thing. Oh, we have some comments here. It's a super important thing to be doing in book publishing. You start way before you get your book or product out, you start building your platform. So your platform is your email list, your social media following, your blog, your friends, your everything, that anywhere and everywhere. If you do public speaking, it's the people that come to your events, people that have bought your events. That's your platform. And the goal is to build that platform as big as you possibly can. Some elements work better, like your email list works better, your Twitter followers not so much, but you want to build a combination of all those things. See, Wiseman said, "Will not be those who cannot read or write, but those who cannot learn and unlearn." Yes. So we have France in the house. Hi, Jasmine. Thank you for coming. Thanks a lot. That's really great. So that's sort of the goal. That's what I'm going to talk about, is how to build some of that thing, how to set up these connections and bring everybody in. And looking at my list here to do, into one central place, either your website, your home, or drive them right straight to Amazon. And I'd say do a combination of both so that people can go right there. Let me show you what I was just talking about with Amazon. Let me just do this. Show you, because this is, a lot of people just aren't aware of this, but we're talking more about books here, but you can do this really with anything. Let's get this up here. So here we are. Here's our word. Let's just go to Amazon for a second. And I'm just going to search on books. And let's just go to this book. This is the previous version of the book. But you'll notice, let's see if I can get this up here where we can see it nice and big. There's a lot of tools right here on Amazon for your book marketing. You notice right down here, just below it. Let's see if I can blow this up a little bit. There we go. You'll see there are some social media posts right here, social media buttons. You can just click on those and promote your book. So let's just do that. I'm just going to go to Twitter. Let's see. I don't know if it brings up a little Twitter screen. It's not showing up on the screen, but it's bringing up a little Twitter screen. I can tweet a little message, send it out. I can come here every single day and click on these. This is Pinterest, Twitter, Facebook. So it's built right into the Amazon page for you to promote your products, whatever they are. This is on every single product on Amazon. Super easy thing to do. So we're talking about build your platform, connect to all these different places. You're also looking for influencers and the power of influencers. This is something you sort of start before you release your product, and you find who are the leading people in your area that are sort of your thought leaders, or the people with large audiences that you can connect with. So you figure out who's a leader. Maybe you're doing some kind of I don't know, fly fishing t-shirts. So find out who are the big guys in the fishing industry that do all those sports TV shows on fly fishing, and make sure you're connected on their Facebook page, their Twitter page, their LinkedIn page, all those places, and start to reel them in, start to follow them, start to like their stuff, start to make little comments. Over a period of time, because a lot of people don't do this, you will get noticed, and they will start to notice you. And if you contribute and you do this in a nice way, you can kind of pull them into your world, and they may come and look at what you do. And when you're ready to publish a book or release a product of some kind, you might be a connection that's worth doing. You only need one of those guys. And there's a whole program by Russell Brunson called the Dream 100. You identify 100 of these people. It's a lot of work. Just start with one. Find a couple people that are in your market. So let's, I'm going to give you a couple other tips, and then we're going to dive into some practical. Let me just, I turn off the phone, but you can't turn it off because it's linked to the computer. All right, so let's do this. Boop, boop, boop. All right. So some other tips that are good to do. Let me just sort of read through these things, and then I'm going to go into some demo and show you how I market the product we made yesterday on my blog, and I did a video last night for that. So here are just a list of some things to think about. Pull together a media kit. I'm going to make a really short, small media kit in a moment, but a media kit is just the book cover, maybe some different sizes. Maybe you get a 3D cover done. You have your text, your description text, your bio text. Now you have some elements, and so you can go and post these things in different places. It's nice to have that little kit of sort of marketing elements that you can spread wherever you want. Look for local media. This is one we usually forget about, but we all get these sort of local newspapers that come. They're usually free in our mail, and they're always looking for good hometown stories. Local person makes good. Local person releases a book. Local person releases a product. You can get, in fact, the one that comes into where I am here in Mystic, Connecticut, I think there's been 2 authors on the front. They give them almost the entire page. It's really rare to release books and products like that. So people, they're always looking for good content. It's a great way to get your exposure in your local community. Now you have an article. You can photocopy that article. You can use it in your marketing. So it's a great thing. Don't forget that local media. Update all your bios. We forget this one too. We have bios on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, all kinds of ways. Our company, where we work. If you have a page on your company's website with the bio, we forget that those are places that people go and look to see who we are. All you do is now say, Sam Smith, author of Fly Fishing in America, boom, 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 boom. You just make that change, and you now have all those places updated. You want everything kind of pointing in one direction. That's sort of the goal here, whether it's pointing to your website or pointing to Amazon. You want to get all the arrows going in one way. Check the book out. Or give your book out to current and potential customers. That's a big one. People don't throw away books. So you can send your book as a gift to somebody. It's a very simple thing to do. You can do the gift program on Amazon. You just go into Amazon and just send the book to them. People will open that package. FedEx a book to them. People will open a FedEx package. It often gets around, whoever the gatekeepers are. But just people love books. Give it to them as a gift. Books aren't just for making aren't just for making money if they're going to sell. They're also for making money as basically your business card that you're using. So you can do the same thing with products. If you're doing t-shirts, maybe doing t-shirts. People love t-shirts. People go crazy at t-shirts. At every conference and event, they shoot t-shirts out to the audience. What if that's your name on there? Wear your t-shirt. I should take my book and put it on the front of of my shirt. Wear your t-shirt. That's your branding. It's casual, but then you can sell those t-shirts. If you notice YouTube now, under many videos, especially the big guys, there's a whole line of products going in there. They're all selling products. All right. Announce and launch your book through your social media channels. So that's, you do a launch campaign, and it can be done by one person. It's often helpful if you have a second one, but you can just do it yourself. Just sort of plan, April 3rd, I'm going to release my book and start talking about it. Oh, I'm so excited for this book. Maybe show a picture of it, show an early version of it, that kind of thing. So you can build that kind of stuff up. Launch your book on your website. So if you have a blog or a website, put a little thumbnail. We're going to do that in a moment. and make sure there's a link to Amazon. And so that's a great place to put your stuff. Blog your book's content. So you've written a book. You have all this content in the book. Start reposting it and just start using your content. I'm a big believer of this. In fact, let me show you. Here, let's go over here. And where is my... So this is one of my sites where I sell my books, and this is called acousticmusictv.com. And this is the technique that I do here to market. I use this technique a lot. So this is a book this book. I think I've shown this book. In fact, let me grab it. It's right behind me here. Let me come back for a second. So this was one of my first books, almost my first, not my first book, my first real book. And it chronicled the journey of me learning to play guitar, mandolin, ukulele, and banjo. And I wrote down things as I learned them, and I turned it into a chord book. So you see all these pages in here of the essential sort of beginner chords that that people use for all these instruments. And I turned it into a book, and this sells on Amazon. I then took this book and I built this website, a very simple website. And you'll notice, let me just go inside. I'll just go to this page right here. So I took each page in the book. I just made a JPEG of the page. Okay. So I just exported the book out of the PDF. I made a PDF. You can just go to I think it's save as, or it's export. You can just make JPEGs. I put them on this site. It's just a pretty simple site. Some description here. I coded my graphics, and down the side, I put thumbnails that says buy now of my books. These are my music books and posters. Right? You click on this, and it goes to Amazon. Right? So I'm using the power of Google to promote. So I reward the person for coming here to get the information they're looking for. They wanted bar chords on the 5th and 6th strings. They search on that. My graphic shows up. I made one graphic. I also put a little thumbnail of the cover down here. And then I put descriptions because Google needs to grab onto something. And I let people download it, take it, download it. But nobody wants to sit here and download 60 pages of graphics. They just want the book. You're also working on numbers. There's 1 or 2% of the people who come here will buy this book. So if I go to Google and I search on, let's say, 2-finger mandolin chords, and I go to images, all right, this is my image, this is my graphic, this is my graphic, this is my graphic, this is my graphic, and all of these, if you click on them, this goes to Pinterest. Let's see, find one that's going to me here, this one. So they're all linked to somewhere, and you can get back. I make sure the address is on every one of these pages, but all over this page, you'll see are my graphics that people search on Google. Look at, they're everywhere. There's more of mine. This is mine. So I make them colorful so people can see them. They stand out against the other ones, and so this is a very effective way of marketing my book. You can do this with any book. And I just put these in here and go from there. So that's just a little tip there I've used for a long time. Blog your book's content, set up an email sign-up sheet where they can get maybe a free copy of the book or a piece of the book. And you get an email name. Now you can market them. Update all your bios on and offline. So do that. Add a short, if you're doing a blog post, add a short bio at the bottom of the blog post that says something like, Bruce Jones is the author of Essential Chords, available at Amazon, and put the link. So whatever post you make, there's a little sell and bio line down at the bottom. So, all right. So let's go and make that little quickie. Let's just put this over here for the moment. And I'm going to, let's see, let me put this down here. I'm going to go get the book up. Actually, we'll just take it out of the PDF. Oops, wrong one. Let's get this going. So now what I'm going to do, this section, I'm going to just sort of do some demos of some of the marketing things that I just talked about, how I set them up. So this is a little bit what I do. All right. So let me set this up here. Okay. And let's get the screen share. Screen share the screen so you can see it. So the first thing I need to do is I need to make a quick little, I need to make my media kit. So in my media kit is going to be a cover shot. Usually you'll also go to sites. In fact, the reference in this book, there are sites where you can go and make 3D cover shots, so you can go a little more extensive, but we're just going to make a quick one right now. And usually what I'll do is make this just a little bit smaller because it's a little bit bigger. I'm just going to go to my grab. Remember we used grab the other day. I'm going to go to capture. I'm just going to grab this cover. Again, everything I do is kind of fast and quick. I don't spend a lot of time on it because, you know, we're busy people. And I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to copy this. I'm going to bring up Photoshop. I'm going to just make it a little bit smaller. So you just need to resize it down. I'm going to just make a small thumbnail for it. While that's uploading, the other piece I have is I had put together, oh, we're here. All right, so let's do this first. So we're going to go create new. Just want to make sure that this is showing. Yes, it is. Okay. So create new. There we go. Create new. So we're going to use this thumbnail on my blog. I'm going to show you how I sort of set up a little ad, and we'll put that together in a second. All right, so I'm just going to go to clipboard. I'm going to paste this in here. Paste. And most of the web graphics are 72 dots per inch. So I'm on a Mac. It has a higher res screen. It's 144. So I'm going to change that. So I'm going to go to image size. I'm just making a graphic. I usually recommend a 6-inch graphic, a 3-inch graphic. Make one 300 dots per inch. Make one 72 dots per inch. But we're just going to change this resolution to 72. And then I'm going to change the size of it, points, to 225. So let's 225. Oops, hold on a second. Let's do this. 225 and 72 dots per inch. I found I'm using Blogger that 225 pixels or points fits really well, so that's what I'm going to use. You'll have to figure out what works on your site, but just for the moment, basically I'm just downsizing the graphic to make it work a little better. All right, I'm going to save this, and we'll put it into our training folder. Going to make it a JPEG. And I do this with pretty much all my books in some way, fashion, or form. They're on some blog website somewhere. Most people sort of forget about doing this, so we're going to call this tips resources. And we'll just call it 72. And I usually label it the width of it, so it's 225 pixels. So it's just about 1.5 inches big. So it's just a little graphic. All right. All right. Don't save that. Don't save this. We could save it. I'm just going to get rid of this so it's out of the way. The other thing that I will create is a little, let me just find it here. Is I will create usually a Word doc, and it's right here. And in that Word doc will be my description. I haven't sort of filled this out yet. There'll be my bio in here. In fact, I can make this bigger so you guys can see it. There'll be the book description because we'll be using that wherever we might be posting. There's a promo video. You'll be seeing that in a moment. The Gumroad link, just so you have this readily available, and you can sort of get at it. All right, let's come back to here. So we've made basically a simple media kit, a little graphic, and we have some text, and we're ready to go. So let me, let's get all this stuff up here. And I'm going to go to here, screen. Let's go application window. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and we're going to put it on my blog. So many of you are familiar with my Bruce the Book Guy blog. So let me just get this up here. Here There we go. Bruce the Book Guy blog. So this is my blog for book stuff. And Brenda's here. So thank you, Brenda. Yep, you see the simple things I'm doing. And how do you get them on Google? Yes. So what I did is, instead of labeling your graphics as, you want to be specific with the names in your graphics. So instead of saying, just letting it be the number that comes out of your camera or wherever, 42124.jpg, you label the graphic. So you might say 2-finger mandolin chords, or dinosaur, dinosaur standing under green tree. Whatever it is, just put it in the name. Google will pick up that name, and if somebody searches on that, there you go. So what I would do, as you're sort of prepping for that, is go into Google, like, you know what kind of books you have, go into Google Images and start searching under the titles that you have. In fact, let me do that. Can you get, Jasmine, just give me a name what one of your images might be. If you can just, if you did that, if you're able to do that, and I will go in here and we'll show you how to do this. Let's see if she's there. So just put a title, just put a name, just give me the description of one of your pictures. Just give me a name of some graphic that you do. If not, I'll just kind of wing it here. Or let me go move forward, and if you want, I'll kind of do it. So here I am on Google Images, and I'm just going to put rabbit under tree. Okay, rabbit under tree. Rabbit sleeping under tree. So maybe you did a children's book, and it's about a little rabbit that sleeps under a tree. So up come all of these images. They've been labeled. Now it's hard to know what this image might be, but somewhere around this image is this description. I do it, a frog. Okay, a frog. So let's do frog in spring pond. So you have a book, you just frog, and it's in the spring pond. So here we go. And you can see we have all these images of frogs in spring ponds. Right. So make sure your graphics, when you load them up into all the different places, anything online, your graphics have the name that describes the picture. Around the graphic, describe the picture. So Google can figure out what it is. And if somebody searches on frogs in spring pond, up comes maybe, here we go. So there's a frog in spring pond. I don't know what the real title of this is. Let's see if I can save image as. Don't know if it, oh, let's see, they just have big thumbnail. So that's not a great name. I just held down the control key and clicked on it to see what it was called, but somebody called it big thumbnail. So I bet if I searched on big thumbnail, this would show up. That's not a great thing. I would say frog on lily pad. So that's basically how you do it. So, all right, let's go back to here. So I'm on my blog. This is Google Blogger. I like this platform as much as I like Gumroad. It's free. It's easy to set up a blog. You have as many as you want. And if people want me to do a description about how to set this up, I've done different things on it. So all I'm going to do is over here on the side, remember on my Acoustic Music TV site, I set up content, describe the content, put ads on the side. On my blog, content. On the side are ads that relate to the content. So we're just going to put another one of these. This is just a little widget. So I'm just going to go up here to design. And I'm going to go to, let me get to my layout right here, layout. And over here on the side, these are all those little graphics. So I'm going to go add a gadget. I'm going to go to image right here. You can have as many as you want. Image. I'm going to call this tips and resources. Resources. Yes, resources. The caption is going to be click to download a copy, click to pick up, click to buy a copy. I might have gone in and put a buy button on it or something like that to make it a little more obvious. The link, it's asking for a link. I don't know if you can, maybe you can't see that. Let's see. Here I'm going to do. Let's change this to be this other kind of screen share. because I want you to see this application window. Application window. Let me get that Blogger layout. Let me get the right. I have so many windows open here. Let's see. Will this do it? I just want to get the right one. Nope. Let me get the right one. I want you to see this. Screen share. Entire screen. Here we go. All right. So what I did, let me go back and just do it again. So it's easy. So I'm on the blog, and I went to this screen, which is the layout screen. And over here on the left, I'm sorry, on the right, you'll see it says add a gadget. Each one of these is one of those little book covers that's on the page. I'm going to add a gadget. This little window pops up. Okay. We're going to just go down here. You can do all these different things, but I'm just going to do an image. I'm going to do title, tips, resources. Again, you can change this at any time. Caption, click to buy, copy. The link, I'm going to go to my Gumroad page. And I'm going to grab my link right here. So copy the link. Let's come back to Blogger. Put that link right here. All right. I know I'm moving quick on this, but it's fairly easy to do. And whatever kind of blog you have, there's some way to do this. And then I'm going to do choose file. And we're going to grab that cover. Ooh, where did I put it? Maybe it's here. Tips and resources. Oh, I got to find the cover. Hold on. Where did I stick the cover? I wasn't paying attention. Hold on. Maybe it's in here. Oh. Here it is. Go find it. Okay. It'll upload that cover. So there's my cover. I'm going to shrink it to fit to make sure it fits. And that's it. You hit save. And it's right here. It's right there. And now when we go back to view our blog, here is the cover right here. So it's now on my website. So now if I'm doing posts and videos and things like that, it's located right here. Let's just move all this over the sides here. It's confusing. If I click on this, where does it go? It goes right to Gumroad. Super easy to do. All right. You just make a little thumbnail, put it on your website somewhere, add a link to it, send it where you want to go. You'll notice also in here, I've been putting in the videos that we did the last few days. I haven't spent a lot of time formatting, but I just put them up. So all that's right here. But that's a way to get your content onto your blog. The other thing you can do, right? So that's one of the things to do, and this is the main thing. And whether it's a single book like this, or maybe I should put it into my book page, right? So I'll add it here as another book that I have, put it in the different places. I'll add it here on my about page. I'll say, hey, this is the newest book that I've just released. You want to put it in lots of places so people can get it. You also want to put it on Twitter, and you want to put it on Facebook announcing your new book. You want to put it in Pinterest, all these different places you can put it. So, all right. So we posted on the blog. We set up a button, did the demo. Last night I went did use ScreenFlow, which is one of my favorite programs for doing online video training, making courses, all that kind of stuff. And let me just go to here for a second, and made a quick promo video for my book, which we're now going to put over on the Gumroad page. So this is a key thing. We're all sitting here looking at video, and we're using video all the time, and now we're just completely involved in video. Having a video becomes really useful. You can put it in lots of different places. So I recorded one last night. I uploaded it to my Vimeo site. I should probably also upload it to YouTube, but here it is. Oh, let me just, we can just play that. Let me get this out of the way. Close this. Actually, just move this. And here it is right here. Hi, Bruce Jones here, and I want to introduce you to my newest book, The Self-Publishing Secrets, Tips and Resources for Self-Publishing. So this is a book that has my resources that I use for producing over 50 books. I've kind of collected them over the years, and as I teach and help people and consult, I pull these resources together to share out. And so this is my latest book. It's available in PDF, and somewhere here, there'll be a link above, below, somewhere. There's a link so that you can pick it up. And let me just show you quickly what's in here. We have a lot of resources that I've collected and pulled together. And let's just start. So we have some for audiobooks. So basically all I'm doing is I'm describing my book. I just go through and describe the books. Basically the who, what, where, how, when, why of your product. Easy to do. You just hold it up. You can use your cell phone, your smartphone. This is a fantastic thing to do it. You can just say, hey, it's Bruce Jones here, and just hold your book up. This is Bruce Jones here, and I'd love to, this is the newest book I've just released. It's blah, 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 and it's about this, and it's about that, and you can get it at Amazon. A couple key things to have in your video. Tell people who you are, tell people what you've got, what it will do for them, and what you want them to do next. So it'll be like, go to Amazon and buy, or you heard me say, there's a link somewhere because this book isn't on Amazon, it's a PDF. There's a link somewhere on this video that I want you to click on, and you can go pick up a copy of this book. You can just put it wherever you can toss it. Same thing is, if you're on YouTube watching this video, there's a subscribe button, probably right about there. So make sure you hit the subscribe button. You're on Facebook, hit the like button. It helps tremendously in marketing the videos and helps market all the stuff I'm doing. So you can just hit those like buttons on Facebook or YouTube or wherever you are. Hit the subscribe button. Oops, over there, something like that. And so I'm talking through the video. I'm talking to the audience and trying to get people to go do things. So let's take that video. So let me go back to a lot of jumping around here. And I want to go to boom, 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 application. And I want this one. All right. So let's come back to here. So this is Vimeo, same as YouTube, just a video hosting platform. I'm just going to grab the video link right here. Now I'll go back over to the Gumroad page. Remember we did this yesterday on the Gumroad page. We built this product. So here's the title, the picture for the book. This is the graphic at the top, the text. And I'm going to put right in here, I'm going to put that video. Things have gotten so easy to do. So you just, if there's a spare line in here, you'll see that little plus. See, there's a little image and a little camera. I'm going to hit that camera. I'm going to just paste the link and hit the return. And now I have a video on my Gumroad page. I'm going to save it and right here so people can see a video. So I'm giving them just text description about the video. I'm showing pictures of the product. I mean, text description about the book, pictures of the product, and a video of the product. So that's pretty cool. All right, so let's look there. Now that video can be put on lots of places. So let's go over to Facebook. All right, so here we are broadcasting, and check out my newest book on tips and resources for self-publishing. Simple as this. So you just write a little post about it and hit the, I'm just going to do paste that same video link in here. Wait a second, and up pops the video. Look at that, right? And I can hit post, and it's done. It's in there and ready to go, just like that. I'm going to go over to Twitter. Let's go to Twitter, and let's do a new post. Check out my latest book on self-publishing tips and resources. The video link. See what it does. I can't remember whether it'll pull the video in or it won't. It might. Let's tweet it. Let's see what happens. It's Twitter. You can do the things as many as you want. All right. Well, it pulled in that. Check out my latest book. All right. You can also upload videos in here. I just have to figure out how to do it. But I have 4,000 tweets on Twitter, but most of them are just automatically reposts of things I do other places. So we've done it on Gumroad. We've done it on Twitter. We've done it on Facebook. Let's go back to Vimeo. Let's go look at the, let's see, let's go look at the video. All videos and pretty much everything have a share button underneath it. Look at that. Facebook, Twitter. Let me go back and show you where that is. So here's the video on Vimeo, same thing as YouTube. Underneath is a share button. This is called marketing. I can put it in LinkedIn, Tumblr, Pinterest. I'm going to put this in Pinterest. Enter a name or email address. There. So let's do Pinterest. Boom, boom, boom. I've already set up some stuff. And let's just put this in. Oh, I don't know. There's probably a self-publishing group in here. Self-publishing. Yeah, we'll stick it in there. You can go back and edit. Description's too long. All right. So we need to shorten the description in Vimeo. Pinterest has a limit, but I can certainly put up a graphic. I can post it from somewhere else. You know, it doesn't matter. The idea is you want to go back to, remember my wagon wheel of places. You want to post and direct and send people in to as many places as you can. Spread this stuff out. All of these things that I'm doing are free, and you can just spread your content everywhere. You know, it's hard to do it when you're doing it on the fly like this, but and then have links back to where people can buy it. And you'll just get traction. People will just stumble across your stuff, especially if your message is clear, your link is clear, how to get the thing is clear. You will get sales from doing this. So it's pretty simple marketing. Let's see, what did Brenda say? How do you scroll the book while you're talking? Is this a screen share? Yes. So I'm in StreamYard, and I'm using the screen share feature, and I have a PDF, so I'm just scrolling it. It's showing, I'm kind of popping between the streaming programs allow you to pick an application, pick the screen. I'm kind of jumping around, and it's hard to do this on the fly. You have to keep a lot of stuff going, but that's basically it. And then I have a PDF, and I just scroll through the PDF. So let me see if I can, maybe I can show you that. So, oh, and then when I recorded the video, I just recorded the whole screen using ScreenFlow. So ScreenFlow is a Mac application for recording your screen, and it records your camera and it records your book. But basically, it's doing this. Let me just show you so you can see it. So here's my book. I'll just bring it up. So I'm going to go. Let me go to screen share here, and I'm going to do entire screen. So basically, I'm doing something like this. So we are right here. In fact, let me just bring it away. We are right here in the StreamYard application, which is the video thing. And I have all these little things down here where I can do different pictures, different screens. I can do me. I can do the screen with me. I can do just the screen that I've selected, and I can do things for interviews and all that kind of stuff. Let's go back to here. And then this is just the PDF file over here. It's just the PDF, and I just scroll through it. So you can do the same thing on your book if you want to do something like this. Now, this is also being recorded. A lot of people use streaming services like this to record and make a video. I can download this video when we're done. It's pretty decent. StreamYard makes a good video. But I just scroll down through the book and just record it. And then I do some editing in ScreenFlow. So the two words are confusing, ScreenFlow and StreamYard, but basically they're screen recording applications. ScreenFlow is 120, maybe like that. It's a fantastic, if you have a Mac, it's a fantastic product for making videos. It's just very straightforward. This product, StreamYard, is about $20 a month, something like that. Got it. Okay, great. You got it. So perfect. Okay. Okay. So let's make sure. So that's basically what I do. That's how I market my books. I use the book's content and spread it around the web everywhere I can, whether they're pictures or they're text. I make sure there's a link to get it back. I put it on lots of different platforms because you don't know where people are going to be. So Pinterest, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. I look for platforms that are more permanent. So my blog is permanent. My or long term. It may not be. It's not permanent. It's long term. YouTube is long term, but the videos stay there forever. So so I really like to focus on that. Pinterest, they stay forever. I like to focus somewhat on the platforms that are going to stay for a long time. My Facebook works because I have a community. I spend some time building a Facebook group. So when I post like these things, I can do it. I also look at repurposing the content. You notice on the blog, I took the videos that we've done over the past couple of days. I downloaded them and put them. Where did I put them? I put them on Vimeo, and then put them onto the blog. So there is work behind the scenes to spread your stuff around, but it's going back to those windows. So let me just bring that back up because it may make more sense now. I just want to bring these back up. So having gone through this may make this may make more sense now. And so this is what I've been doing. What I've been showing you is this. This is what I've been doing. So I either drive the traffic to a website, and then from the website to Amazon. So that's what you saw me do with the Acoustic Music TV, where I did the content, put ads down the sides for my own content. I used my content to market my content. So that was one. I also put it on all these different platforms, usually a little slower than you saw me doing it. And then, or I do this, I drive it straight to Amazon out of these sites. You can do either one. I would recommend doing a combination of them. You can go either way. You just keep driving traffic in. Sometimes it goes to your blog / website. Sometimes it goes to Amazon. So that's the basic that's the basic thing. That's what we do. So, all right. So that concludes the making of my tips and resources little mini course here that I've done for you. So we showed how we made a book. We showed how we hosted it online using Gumroad so we can sell the book. And today was about marketing the book. Tomorrow, I think I'll be doing a Q&A, take a little break from teaching, do just a Q&A session probably somewhere. And then next week, my plan is to show you how I created a workbook, and it will be wherever I put it. It's here somewhere. Anyways, oh, no, it's not there. I don't know where it is. It's here somewhere. I'll find it. Oh, it's right here. We're going to show you how I created, where is my thing? Created my workbook, which looks like this, and I'll take you through the steps of what I did, and then I would do somewhat the same. In fact, I've already been doing somewhat the same thing, spreading it around the web. So I hope that helps. If you have questions, drop them in the comments section for the video. Give me a like, subscribe, wherever that is. The link for the book will be here and around. I'll make sure it's around, and we will see you in the next video. All right, bye-bye.